Right, wow, I got home and I've been locked out. The only thing I had access to was the shed, so I thought, I nearly said peace out at the end of that video then. That would have just been ridiculous. I had one of these before, so this is a rock hopper. I had one of these years and years ago. I sold it for a gravel bike, and then I sold the gravel bike and I bought one of these again, and then last year I bought that gravel bike over there. And now I'm selling that over there. Oh, check me out. Out on the bike with a collar on. No, I think this is like a golf polo shirt or something. It's Puma. Picked it up in TK Maxx, I think maybe 2 summers ago. Decided I was always going to kind of wear it for work and stuff because it was a bit lighter, but something about it I didn't quite like. I decided I would wear it on the e-bike today. So that's the Marin Alpine E1. Today, by the way, with matching green shoes. So these are Etnies camber cranks. I got black and gold ones that I bought a couple of years ago, and they cost me far too much, to be fair, but I wanted the black and gold. And then I saw these green ones in TK Maxx last summer for £35, and today's the first day I've worn them. They were £35 in TK Maxx, but by the time I went through the tills, for some reason they didn't ring up. They were free. I did spend about 100 quid that day though, so big fan of TK Maxx. This is TK Maxx as well. But yes, why am I making a video today not talking about my my attire? Although that's what I have been doing. I'm selling a bike. I've decided I'm selling the gravel bike. I've put it up for sale. I bought it last summer, I think. Yeah, last summer, and I've used it half a dozen times. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but I think the main reason, and I'm not against the gravel, but I think the main reason that I can't quite get on with it is the gearing. Now, the bike only cost me like 400 quid, but I definitely need to change the gearing to something a little more gravel rather than sort of like commuter-y roady, which is the way I think it's geared. So you've got this sort of like 2x8 gearing on there, and the jump between the two front rings is way too much. I can't seem to get any sort of smooth shifting or a happy medium, and the range on the back is just rubbish. So I worked out I probably, to convert it properly, was going to need to spend about 250 quid. So wow, that sun is nice. Hello. Right, I thought I'd do a quick video and show you what I've got in my gravel bike top 2 bag. This is from RockBros. They very kindly sent me this as well, although I bought the black one. When they said they'd send me one, I requested the orange one because orange is a great colour. So let's have a look what's in here. Right, firstly, we've got the Topeak Ratchet Rocket Light multi-tool. This is really handy. It's nice and convenient, packs down nice, and you've got all the relevant bits and pieces that you need on here. Nice little tool, that. Got these granite design tire levers, which have a integrated, is that the right word? Built-in chain tool as well, so you can use this for splitting your chain links, which is nice. And then there's a hidden compartment in there for keeping some spare ones. Very well designed and a very sturdy set of tire levers, if I don't say so myself. I don't know what that meant. I've got, told you about the colours, didn't I? I've got PT's CO2 inflator. This is the whole shot range, so you can't see that, but obviously when you screw this on, it pierces the end of the canister. got this rather handy little rubber sleeve on here so you don't freeze your hands, and there's your CO2 inflator, the tubeless repair kit, all nicely compact in here, so you've got small and large sized, and then you've got your tool in the middle. Excuse me. Very handy. The right thing to do would be to have one of those preloaded on there, actually. Very handy stuff. What else? I've got some spare cores, because it is possible that you can lose those. Those are handy to have, don't take up any space. I've got some tube patches as well, and a little tool for removing the valve cores as well. All the essentials. There's even an emergency pound coin. I don't quite know what you get with that these days. So yes, I'm selling a bike and I'm not going to replace it. I've decided that I don't need to get another gravel bike. I'm probably going to just get the hardtail out and give that a go when it comes to the, you know, the little jaunts into town or the little XC rides. I don't need the gravel bike at all, to be honest. So I reckon it's been 12 months since I've sat on this bike. Right, wow, I got home and I've been locked out. The only thing I had access to was the shed, so I thought, as I'd just been talking about it, I'd get this hardtail out. So this is Specialized Rockhopper Comp. I can't remember the exact spec, name, whatever, but on my word, haven't ridden a hardtail in a while. Feels quite stiff, clearly, which is obviously going to be something I'm going to notice. The suspension on this, compared to my e-bike that I've just got off, is a world of difference. But interestingly, the first thing I noticed was the bars don't seem high enough. Now, I never felt that before on this bike. I can only think that I've got used to a riding position where my bars are a little higher, so I can raise these by, I don't know how big that is, maybe 3 mil or something, so I can come up a few mil, which might make a difference. But other than that, it really feels very, very odd. I mean, I know it's a different riding position to riding the e-bike, which is obviously it's an enduro full suspension machine, but this feels very, very strange. The very skitty front end with that steep head angle is the first thing I noticed. But however, the fact that I haven't ridden this bike in, God, 18 months maybe. I've got it out, I've pumped the tyres up, I've given it a quick once over. It feels good. Feels good. So to go back to that previous discussion that I've been having about whether I swap this bike and the gravel bike, which is up for sale, for a different hardtail, and then could I ditch the full suspension bike? I don't know. I think I need to get this out a bit more often at the moment and see whether it's something I can get used to. But that steep head angle instantly is something that you notice when you come off an enduro mountain bike with 160mm forks. It's very bizarre. Yes, and I think I've got the tyre pressure up a little bit high because I feel like I'm on something made of wood. Anyway, we're out just killing a bit of time, mostly because I've been locked out. I don't quite know how long my wife is going to be. She said she won't be long, but we know what that means. Quick look. I reckon half an hour. Anyway, yes, I got this bike out. It feels weird. It does feel weird. I have put up for sale my gravel bike. I bought it maybe a year ago. I've probably used it half a dozen times, and yeah, there's just no reason to keep it, to be honest.